The long-awaited Digital Circus is back on this channel, and congrats on that. But today, we ain't gonna dive into all the latest news and leaks, cause I've already packed all that into the next video. Right now, we're focusing on one of the biggest mysteries at the moment, the second trailer for Season 1 of the Digital Circus. Ever since that new tab popped up on Glitch's product page, clearly teasing new merch, a lot of fans started suspecting that along with it, we might be getting a brand new trailer. A little over a year ago, we got that first trailer, which gave us a glimpse of the events from the first 4 episodes of the Digital Circus. And of course, that legendary baseball stadium is still driving everyone crazy. Many believe it'll be the main location of Episode 5. Honestly, I agree, and we'll talk more about that in the second part of this video. For now though, let's figure out what's going on with this long-awaited second trailer, and whether we're even getting one at all. Like I mentioned before, we've already seen Gummigoo and his Candy Kingdom, Martha Mildenhall and her manor, and of course, Spudsies with that one dude. But that's just 4 episodes. As we know, there are 9 in total, and the events of the second half of Season 1 are still a complete mystery. Since Episode 5 is, at best, 50 to 60% complete right now, it probably won't drop until April or May, meaning we still have around 2 months without new Digital Circus content. And if you look at it from that angle, the release of a second trailer feels almost inevitable. The only question is when. Maybe it'll drop on that exact date, or maybe later. Nobody knows for sure right now. But when it does, it'll likely reveal what's coming in episodes 5 through 8, while episode 9 will definitely stay a mystery. So, what do you think about this new trailer? Do we need it? Do you think we'll see it soon, or at all? But before we break down the biggest moments of episode 5, I want to shut down one ridiculous theory that's been floating around way too much lately. Gummigoo is making a full comeback in episode 5, just like in episode 2, not as a brief appearance, like in episode 4.
Hello, Sheila. I'll have a sausage, bacon, jaffle combo. And the mate here just wants 6 hash browns split between them.
Yeah, okay. Hi.
You alright, miss?
Yeah, I'm fine.
As much as people want to believe this, I'm just gonna say it straight. It's complete nonsense. Yeah, Gummigoo totally won over a massive chunk of the Digital Circus fan base, and a lot of people really want him to come back. But let's be real, he's just an NPC. Hoping he'll play some major role again or, oh god, become a main character? That's just wishful thinking. Unfortunately, we just gotta accept that as a fact. Sure, he might pop up again, just like Orbsman, who, as we now know, was already around before.
Oh, hey, it's Orbsman. Oh, he's from a previous adventure? Before your time.
Okay, number 57.
Oh, I hate this.
Yeah, and Gummigoo and his crew have already played their part in various episodes, but it's always been more of a secondary role. And in episode 4, when he didn't remember Pomni, as much as some people really wish it had gone differently, it didn't happen. That was basically his final scene, as far as that character goes.
Hey, I just want to wish you a pleasant day. Thanks for eating at Spudsies.
Have a good one, miss.
Alright, now let's dive into the main events of episode 5. But like I said, no new leaks or spoilers here. You'll get all that in the next video, and I'm sure you'll love it. But for now, let's get into the second part of this long-awaited Digital Circus video. Judging by the renders, it's pretty obvious it'll be baseball themed. Even the opening scene of episode 4 gave us a little sneak peek of what's to come.
Wind your arm backwards in a big circle, release right at the bottom, and follow through. You got that?
You're wasting your time, Raggy.
Just wait a second.
Like this?
Yeah, you got it. Jax!
I actually didn't mean to do that.
Are you all right, Gangle?
Oh.
Why do you always gotta do this?
What? I just said it was an accident.
Unbelievable. You are...
There are only 2 characters in the Digital Circus who know how to play baseball, Jax and Ragatha. We won't see new episodes before April. Gooseworx indirectly confirmed this, and another one of her posts backs it up. The funny thing is, there's no mention of episode 5 there, but I feel like the animation process will kick off in the next 1 to 2 weeks. This means we're about 4 months away from the new episode. The only reason episode 4 was released so quickly is that episodes 3 and 4 were developed simultaneously. And of course, the key phrase for episode 5 is, haha, which, honestly, is a bit of a letdown. It's so vague that it could mean anything. It could hint at a wildly funny episode, which I highly doubt, and I'll explain why in a moment. Or maybe it's a sarcastic jab at one of the characters. One thing I can say for sure is that this so-called teaser is accurate. After all, the key word for episode 4 perfectly captured its essence.
Huh? Oh, she's flirting with the gummy guy, 'cause she'd rather be with an NPC than with us or something.
Why would you do this?
It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons. Anyway.
In one of the posts, we were teased with a line from a random character, and it goes, "Democracy sucks." Now this is where things get even more intriguing. Remember when I said only Jax and Ragatha know how to play baseball? Well, this line belongs to one of them. So, who's the lucky one? Drop your guesses in the comments. A key detail about the upcoming episode is something entirely new for us. For the first time, all the characters will participate together in a new adventure, which we can call Digital Games. This is exciting because we have no clue how they'll interact as a group, especially since in past adventures, something always happened that left only 5 characters in the spotlight.
Zuby?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I know. I could sit this one out, and Zubul could take my place.
What? That's not how that works.
Now, let's dive into our long-awaited episode 5. By now, you're probably tired of me talking about who knows how to play baseball, but considering there are only 2 characters with those skills, it's highly likely they'll act as player coaches in a simplified version of the game. After all, the digital circus characters don't even have enough players for one full team. But hey, that's where the versatile mannequins come in. These guys can do it all. Scare a character, cheer wildly at their arrival, or even completely shift our perception of a character through the consequences of their actions. And now, circling back to that mysterious phrase, it's becoming clear that it was likely Jax who said, "Democracy sucks," when the other characters voted him as one of the team coaches. As we've seen in previous episodes, every new adventure leads to the group being split into 2 teams.
You, me, and Pomni will go check on Kaufmo, which leaves Crybaby and Hoo-Ha together to go handle the Zubul situation.
Episode 4 was a bit of an exception since everyone stayed within Spudsies, but even there, we could say only Zubul and Ragatha were truly working as a team. Now, the sports-themed episode has to introduce an element of competition between 2 teams. Considering Kinger has never directly interacted with Zubul during an adventure, and let's not count that pilot episode scene where Zubul was more of a target than a participant. While everyone else has already had that chance, I'm pretty sure the first team, along with the mannequins, will include Jax, Kinger, and Zubul. And let's be honest, this setup is bound to be hilarious. Jax and Zubul have been at odds since the pilot episode.
If there was a way to leave, I'm pretty sure we'd have all left by now.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
How about an adventure where Zubul gets turned into a piñata and we all take turns beating them up?
That one's mine.
Who would have guessed?
And as for Jax's opinion of Kinger, well, you already know all about that.
So what was it like being stuck with the nutcase?
It wasn't that bad, actually.
Just don't be mean.
We've been stuck here for years. Old Kinger over there's supposedly been here the longest.
Oh, did someone say something about an insect collection?
That's why he's crazy.
In that case, the second team will consist of Ragatha, Pomni, and Gangle, and this setup promises to be truly fascinating. While the first 3 episodes led us to believe Ragatha was the only genuinely kind character in the digital circus, certain scenes, especially her obsessive drive to gain Pomni's approval, planted seeds of doubt about her true intentions.
There she is. Hope you're doing all right. I know yesterday was a bit of a doozy.
Doozy.
Oh, and don't worry about the whole abandoning me for the exit thing. It's perfectly understandable what you were going through at the time, and there's no hard feelings. You're all good. Well, let's forget about all that. Kane's got a new adventure today, and judging by what he's been teasing, it seems like it's gonna be a fun—
One of the teasers released after episode 4 revealed a notebook where Gangle loves to draw, and that one drawing turned everything upside down. Ragatha is missing from it, but why? The answer lies in the conversation between Pomni and Gangle, which became the key foreshadowing for episode 5.
Do you have anybody to talk to? Like, in regards to your issues? I'm sure Ragatha would like to help you out.
Oh, Ragatha. I love her, but after a while it gets kinda hard to tell how genuine she's actually being.
In episode 5, we'll witness the beginning of a full reveal of Ragatha's true personality, and something tells me we're not going to like it. Excluding the eccentric Kinger, Ragatha is the oldest resident of the digital circus, which made her somewhat juvenile behavior feel odd. However, as I mentioned earlier, this is likely tied to some personal goal of hers. Episode 4 has already started to shed some light on who Ragatha really is.
Packages landing on my head, tea parties, dancing lessons. No offense, but you're kind of annoying when you have your happy mask. Yo, Jax. I hate you, but I don't want you to hate me. Is that weird?
So in episode 5, we're likely to see the continuation of Ragatha's reveal. She has nothing left to hide since everyone already knows who she truly is, and the role of a coach fits perfectly for this, as it will be interesting to see how the real Ragatha behaves when her team is losing. Will she encourage her players as she usually does, or will she snap and start shouting and insulting Pomni and Gangle? That's definitely an intriguing question. Additionally, I noticed the connection between Ragatha and Jax. Their episodes are placed next to each other for a reason, and something tells me that Jax might actually be a more complex character than we first thought. He's not just about mocking others and cracking jokes. Episode 4 gave us a glimpse into a different side of him.
How you doing?
Everything's been... I'm doing fine.
Wish I could say the same.
Jax, there's dishes back here. You got time to lean, you got time to clean.
God. I'm on it! Later, Pomni.
And maybe in episode 5, Jax will seem like a normal guy. But based on the description of his episode, this won't last long, because for Jax, being normal is complete boring. As you may have noticed, I didn't dive too deep into the plot, but focused more on the premise of the new adventure. And now, it's time to say goodbye.